If you read Paul's writings, 1st and 2nd Timothy, the way he introduces himself in those books is as Paul, an apostle. He recognizes the call of God on his life as an apostle. If you go to the next book, which is Titus, he then adds servant to himself. He says, Paul, a servant and an apostle. As an apostle, that's the call of God upon his life. But now, when he sees himself as a servant submits their will to the will of their master. He recognizes that I'm an apostle, but I'm not an apostle for myself, or for my glory, or for my will. I submit my will to the will of my master, so I'm a servant. And then if you go to the next book, which is Philemon, he now calls himself a prisoner for Christ. So he's gone from a servant to a prisoner. A servant submits their will to the master. A prisoner no longer has a will. They're bound by something, by someone. Their will is chained to that of their master. And so this is why in the book of Acts, Paul was going to Jerusalem, and it was prophesied that persecution awaited him there. But he was still going. He said, I go to Jerusalem bound in the spirit. It's like he no longer has a will. His will is so chained and locked to the Spirit of God that he's not living for self. He lives only for the kingdom. And whatever the cost, whatever the price, he's willing to do it. He's no longer living for his will. He's living for the will of the King. That's when you reach maturity.